What's up, guys? It's Crash. We got some really interesting information with Delta Force Hawk Ops. It's not Delta Force Hawk Ops anymore. They went through a rebrand. We also got some information about when, after the alpha test goes down later on early next month, when we're going to be able to play the game next. We got kind of an idea of a launch window as when they're going to do the next test and all that stuff. So there's a lot of information in this video. Delta Force has been an incredibly fun game and really a pleasant surprise for me in the extraction space. I've been having a ton of fun streaming it over on twitch.tv/Crash8, and I was hoping there would be something at Gamescom. They teased that there would be something at Gamescom, and that happened. And they started off by playing the trailer that you guys can see behind me, and everything kind of looked like, okay, they're just kind of showing off the extraction mode. They're talking about the conflict between the Ansara guards and the Havoc group and all that stuff, and kind of where the GTI faction, that's who we play as, kind of fit into the whole thing, and kind of pay an homage to the old game, showing some of the early Delta Force games. And then at the end, we got some end screens that told us quite a bit about what's going on with the game. The first end screen pops up and it says Steam Next Fest October 2024. But if you look at the logo above that, you can kind of see that there's no Hawk Ops anymore. And it kind of got me to thinking, hey, did they just rebrand? What's going on? Did they just streamline the name to kind of make this an overall relaunch of the Delta Force series? It kind of seems like that, like they got rid of Hawk Ops. And then on the next page, we get information on that actual release date. And it says the PC release is going to be coming in Q4 of this year. So that means within the last 3 months of this year, October, November, or December of 2024. So right around the corner. But with it coming to Steam Next Fest in October of 2024, that makes me wonder, are we going to be able to, that makes me think there's going to be a demo playable again. But if we've already played an alpha, that means maybe it could go live again. Maybe early access could go live at Next Fest or something. Maybe they'll do, I could see them potentially doing what Arena Breakout Infinite has done, right? Like how they launch it first on their launcher so they get more people on the launcher. That way, when people buy in-game items and microtransactions, they don't have to pay the Steam fees. I feel like that's why they do the launcher first. And then maybe there'll be something after Steam Next Fest or during Steam Next Fest when it could launch over on Steam. I think that would make a lot of sense. But digging in a little bit more and a little bit deeper to see when Steam Next Fest is, that is the week of October 14th through 21st. So if we're thinking about how things are going to shake down, this alpha is probably going to run until the very first part of September, just a week or two away from that. And then it'll probably go offline. And the next time we get to play it could not potentially be until October with the launch. And still wondering about that rebrand. We got confirmation on Twitter shortly after the trailer played with this message from the game director Shadow, a new name, a United Force. Basically, this goes on to talk about how Delta Force Hawk Ops is now just Delta Force. They took off the Hawk Ops. I don't know if it was because everybody was calling it Delta Force Hawk 2 Ops. I don't even know. That meme timing was unfortunate for the game. But he just talks about how they kind of want to make this a Delta Force game that, you know, kind of harkens back to the old ones, and everything is all kind of under one umbrella now, and it's kind of a reboot. And honestly, this is what I've said, and if you've listened to the podcast, this is what I've said on the podcast that I think Battlefield needs to do. Just come out with the next title being Battlefield and kind of start over, go back to your roots on what makes a good Battlefield game. And I kind of like that. If a game has been, you know, kind of down and out, or in the case of Delta Force, there hasn't been a new one in a really long time, when you come back, I think it makes sense just to kind of start over. This is a reboot and this is Delta Force. So after seeing everything going on, I want to know what you guys think of the rebrand. Also, what you kind of think of the timing of when we're going to be able to play it. I wondered how they were going to kind of deal with the COD cycle. Like, people are going to be really excited about Black Ops 6 and how they're going to play with that. But I think they're confident in their own game that they're just going to launch it anyway, you know, October, November, December, sometime, you know, when we're kind of at the height of Call of Duty hype. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting to see how it plays out. However, so far, barring any craziness with microtransactions and crazy skins and stuff like that, I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's really going to be a big game. I think they have a massive amount of funding behind them, being under the Tencent umbrella. And you see the extraction mode has just been a ton of fun for me. It's been in a really great pocket with a blend of arcadiness as well as hardcoreness. It just makes extraction shooting fun, where you can focus on the gameplay, the dynamic and emergent PvP, and just kind of how gunfights play out is crazy. And to think that this game plays this well already in what they're calling an alpha state, as well as a lot of folks from the Battlefield side are having fun in the Havoc Warfare mode. I think they're going to bring a lot more maps and modes. We got confirmation in my last video that there's going to be even more tactical modes. There's going to be a lot to this game. It's going to be free to play. It's going to be cross-platform, and it's going to be on all platforms eventually, PC, console, and it's really cool to see a new game This is going to take on the AAA space. This is going to be, in my opinion, the first time. We'll see how it plays out. You guys got receipts with this video, but this is going to be the first time we've seen some games like Call of Duty and Battlefield even get some competition, some real competition. So it's going to be cool to see how this plays out. But so far, at the end of the day, I just want to play something fun, and the extraction mode, the tactical turmoil or hazard ops or whatever you want to call it mode in this game has been just that. It's been a ton of fun. I love weapon builds. I love doing loot runs. I love, you know, gearing up for the crazy map on Space City. All that stuff is a ton of fun. So let me know what you guys think of everything Delta Force, if you're excited to play it, and I will talk to you guys on the next one.